Κατέβασε και εσύ το Bet On Alfa app και μην χάσεις ούτε ένα γκολ. Bet On Alfa. Ανεβήκαμε κατηγορία.
Edo, welcome to another edition of No Choftes, powered by Bet On Alfa. Wow, okay, so before I get into this utter fucking clusterfuck, there's something I want to say, which, fucking hell. You know, they say every action has a reaction. This morning, I took it upon myself to do something unprecedented. I emailed every sponsor of Omonoia, and I told them how I felt about the club. I was professional. I was honest. I wasn't derogatory. I wasn't rude about it. I just made my feelings known. And I basically pointed out that this podcast has a bit of influence. And eventually, we're going to have to ask fans to boycott these products. Now, unbeknown to me, or should I say, it was probably my naivety and probably my, I'd say it's naivety. I think that's a word to use. I didn't understand, I still don't really understand the culture of Cyprus, because in the UK, when we're unhappy about something, we voice our opinion. We try to get our point across. And look, it's no secret that I was a big Man United fan when I was younger. And I remember 2005 when the Glazers took over, I attended the protest and we did a lot. You know, we made our presence felt. We let the megastar understand who we are. And whether it be by force, whether it be by being loud and obnoxious, we got our point across. But we're talking about Man United Football Club that generates revenue of 200-300 million a year. And perhaps my approach wasn't the best, given that without the sponsors of Omonoia, Omonoia wouldn't be able to operate, and there'll be people losing their jobs. So I didn't want to be that guy that put a lot of people's jobs on the line because sponsors pull out. Because if the sponsors pull out, then the club effectively goes down and people lose their jobs. And I don't want to be that person. And I feel bad for doing it. So again, every action has a reaction. This wasn't a personal vendetta against the people that work at the club. I have friends who work at the club, good people, genuine people, family people. And again, I didn't want to be that guy that put their jobs on the line to create that uncertainty. But as I said, things need to be done. The people at the top need to realize that fans are not fucking dickheads. There are a lot of fans that are irrational, unreasonable. And they just react to certain things. Like it could be something minor and they just blow things out of proportion. I firmly believe that on this podcast, we are rational. Yes, at times we let our emotions get the better of us, but that's just human nature. That's just what supporters do. But I honestly believe that we try to do things the right way and we've got the club's best interests at heart. Now, again, I'm sorry for upsetting people. No, let me rephrase that. I'm sorry for upsetting the good people, the people that love the club, that have the job of their dreams working for this club. But I'm sorry I had to go to those lengths. But as I said, this is my culture. This is the British culture. And I'm a Chalui, okay? I don't live in Cyprus. I don't understand how things are done day to day. There are times where I've put out videos and in the past, people have pulled me up and saying, whoa, Stel, that's not what we do here. And again, that's my naivety. It's not ignorance. I take things on the chin, and if I've made a mistake, I hold my hands up and say, my bad. But I'll tell you this for now, regardless of what I do or what I say on this podcast, it's not going to impact anyone. It's not going to make a difference to this fucking club. Well, not the people at the top anyway. It really isn't. Because this millionaire can come over from the United States and go to Cyprus and posture as much as he wants and hold people to ransom as much as he wants and handcuff people. Maybe he's into that kinky shit. I don't know. I don't want people to get out the sponsors. I don't. And like I said, it's not because I don't think it's a done thing to do. You know, if I didn't know anyone at the club, I wouldn't give a shit. If I didn't know anyone at the club, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd say go for it. Bombard these sponsors. Boycott. But there are people with jobs and people with their livelihoods. And I don't want to be the reason. I don't want you guys to be the reason why people lose their jobs. Because ultimately, if the sponsors pull out, that's it. And the club goes down the toilet. And people without jobs, and I know how difficult it is. So again, I apologize to the people who I upset. The genuine people, the good people. The other people at the top, you got to fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. Anyway, sorry to start off the show like this. Anyway, so as you can see from the tagline, oMEMEia FC, baby! oMEMEia FC. And as I said at the beginning of the season, after the Super, do you know what? It's quite ironic, yeah, because after the Super Cup defeat against Apollon, I had to go to the fucking club for sucking up to the sponsors because the sponsors, that's all that matters. And here I am again, oMEMEia FC. Oh, Jesus. Fucking hell. But yeah, so much has happened. And the thing is, a week is a long time in football, but in Cyprus, a day is an eternity. We've had Bruno leaving to go to Buffon. We've had, obviously, the shit that happened today with me. And now we've got a new signing. Do I give a fuck about this player? No. I genuinely don't give a fuck. Don't care. I'm not going to get excited. Whenever we get a new signing, I try and get someone on the pod that knows about the player. I'm not going to do it this time. I don't care. I honestly don't care. You can sign Messi, you can sign Ronaldo, you can sign Pogba. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm not even going to entertain it. You lot can talk about this player. In fact, I'll tell you what, just to be a little bit consistent with this pod, I'm going to bring up on the screen. I'm going to bring up on the screen responses on Twitter about the signing that we have just made. So this is Zoria Londonsk. I don't know if you remember Andrew. He came on the pod when Bezos joined us, and he told us about Ukraine football, the footballer. And Andrew's a very well-respected journalist. He's featured on Sky News. He's done a whole heap of features. This is it. Artem Besedin, 12 matches across the Ukraine Premier League, Europa League in 2023, 552 minutes of game time, 0 goals, 1 assist, 1 shot off target, 4 shots off target. In the Champions League qualifier, 53 minutes. The ultimate defensive forward. And they put a picture for Vendro as well. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. Hey, listen, I even asked, like, what's the deal with this guy? What's the deal with this brother? What's going on? Is he any good? Is he any good? Is he any good? Blimey, any good? Best defensive striker you could ask for. He'll refuse to use his feet and just go for the diving header no matter where the ball is. Is this the best piece of wood which attracts a defender's attention? At one time, he was better than Ronaldo. Unfortunately, it was in his childhood in the 2nd grade. But I hope he will at least help him some way. And there you go. This is him. Bessedin greater than Messi and Ronaldo taking the piss. Yes, he's the GOAT. They're taking the fucking piss. They're taking the piss. He is the most memed player. The most meme player. Now, I'm going to try and find the quote. Because I don't even know what to say anymore, man. Let's have a look. Let me find it 1 second. Sorry, boys and girls. The guy is the most memed player in Ukrainian football. Hey, we've got a scouting team, haven't we? We've got have they been scouting him for 3 years? Have they been scouting him for 3 years? This is what I want to know. 3 years. Maybe they were scouting him from 2nd grade. There you go. Oh, look, hang about. Someone's just messaged me. Homophobic rants, yeah? So we have a homophobe in the team as well. Lovely. Excellent. This is what we're doing now. But hey, listen, Andoni, I mean, we signed Iai and he was accused of rape. So what's the fucking difference? Why do I bother? Why do I bother doing this podcast anymore? Why? Like, what's the point? People have been messaging me all day. Stel, let's do a pod. Please do a pod. Do a therapy pod. And you know what? I've got half an hour to spare. So fuck it. I think you guys are well within your rights to say what you got to say. I'm going to put the link here. If you want to jump on, do what you want. Say what you got to say. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's just fucking draining. We were drawn against Arbor in the cup. I don't feel confident. You know, these fuckers bring in Federico Makeda, that's Premier League football, and we got this guy here that, you know, he's homophobic. My guy can't fucking score goals. Like, we got an injured striker, our leading goal scorer. Well, our leading striker is injured. Like, and we're bringing in this like, fuck this shit for a laugh. Hello, sunshine. Sunshine on a rainy day.
Yeah, well, it's going to be raining from now on.
oMEMEia, baby!
We're number one in that. No one can take that away from us.
Yeah. Come on.
Are you sure that you're going to be on for half an hour? Is it going to be enough? I don't know.
Well, that's why I put the link there so other people can jump on. I'll give people half an hour to go off on one.
Okay. Well, they signed a new player. Well, I'm not even going to say anything about the new player. Good luck to him. He can enjoy the sunshine. He's going to have a nice summer in Cyprus. And that's all I have to say about that. I don't have anything else to say. I have other things to say though. You're better in stats than I am.
Bro, I'm not going to lie to you. This is the first time we've signed a player. I've got no interest. I don't care because we hear the same shit. We've been scouting players. We've got a scouting team. There is not a scouting team. It doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
Unicorns, flying pigs, Omonoia scouting team. They don't exist. Father Christmas. My kid's in the other room. Doesn't exist.
Aliens do, though. We have plenty of those. Malaga. That's the only explanation we can get. You must be alien at work.
Varetiga, man. Varetiga.
But the stats that I was going to mention have nothing to do with the new player.
Well, go on.
Different kind of stats.
Come on.
You have a player that got injured 2 days ago and one that left today. Ο Κακουλής σκόραρε 7 δέρματα. I don't remember how many assists he has, 2 or 3. Bruno, 8 goals. Again, 3 or 4 assists. I don't remember the exact number. But if I'm not mistaken, that's the about 60 or 60 to 70% of the total goals of our team this season so far. So basically, you already know that you've lost the two players that have scored 70% of your goals in 3/4 of the season. Am I right or am I wrong? I would say I'm right.
Paragado.
I would say I'm right. Επομένως, γυρεύκεται ποιος είναι να βάλει γκολ. Now, let's go to the previous year, 2022 season. January transfers. 31 του Γενάρη έφεραν τον Μάταυς και τον Λοβέρα. Δυο παίχτες οι οποίοι ήταν last moment, it was literally the same pot 1 year ago that we were having just like now, that we signed the last two players in the last couple of hours for the window to close. The result, επήρεν του Μάταυς ένα μήνα να καταλάβει σε ποια ομάδα ήρθε, γιατί ο άνθρωπος δεν έπαιζε. He came to our team as a transfer without playing before. He was sidelined in his previous team. Olivera, he needed a month to get used to the new team and the way of play. Olivera could have stayed. Of course, we knew that Olympiacos would never let him stay. Matters, if you ask me at the end of the day, he didn't have a chance in hell because he didn't have enough time to play. Because first it took him about 1.5 months to get fit to play. Then when he got fit to play, he was getting in the team and we ended up playing with 10 players. So he never had a chance to actually play how he wanted to play with the full team, to have the support or do what he could do. Anyway, let's go to the golden days. 2021, Omonoia, champions. One signed during the January window. Ποιος ήταν? Chebois. When did he join? 2nd of January.
Yeah.
How many goals?
We saw what happened. We saw what happened there.
Wait, let me finish. How many goals did he score by the end of January? 4.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much. Even if you got me fucking messy now, by the time he got used to that, by the time that our fucking team got used to him putting the ball up front and knowing that they should be running to get the fucking ball, we wouldn't be scoring again. Αντί να κάτσουν να κάνουν μεταγραφές πιο γλύωρα, για να μάθουν οι παίκτες του έναν άλλο, να προλάβουν να παίξουν μάπα μαζί. Έφερα μου, and I'm saying to you, πες ότι ήταν ο καλύτερος παίκτης του τόσο ανθρώπους που πια σήμερα. He came on the 31st. But he won't need a month to get affiliated, to get in the feel of the club and the team and how they.
Bro, he's just come to babysit Bezos. He's come to babysit him.
Thank you very much. That's why I said I don't want to talk about the new player.
We signed a fucking babysitter. Couldn't got a Filipineza to do it.
Like I said, I don't want to talk about the new player. There's nothing to say. Good.
No disrespect to the Filipinesi, by the way. I don't mean this is in a disrespectful way. Like, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. Like,
no disrespect even to the player himself. No disrespect to him. I believe ο άνθρωπος να μου φταίει. Ο άνθρωπος ήθελε να ξέρει να παίξει μαπά. Εδώ κάνω συμβόλαιο. Δέχτηκε. Why not? He's getting paid. He's doing a job. For how long he's going to do it, he's going to get paid. He couldn't care less. It's not his fault if he was the one brought to Omonoia. Now, the magic word. Whose fault is it? That is a big question. That is a big question, my friend. Whose fault do you think it is?
Bro, where do we begin?
I have 3 variations for you of what is going on. 3 very strong variations. Variation number 1. They have already thrown in the towel.
Of course.
They have already thrown in the towel.
Of course. Come on, bro. Like, listen, we threw in the people at the top threw in the towel time ago. Yeah, they threw in the towel time ago. Yeah, this isn't just like now. This isn't now.
I will explain to you because I told you there's 3 variations. The one variation is that they've just thrown in the towel. We're not going to go for anything this year, and that's it.
Variation. George, we're not becoming ANTROPI. ANTROPI signed 4 players already this summer. This January, sorry. They've signed 4 players. They've signed 4. Yeah? And 4 players that are good. They signed 2 Spanish strikers or forwards. They signed the fella from Italy, Mraz, whatever his name is. Yeah, and they signed the midfielder, Teixeira. And they're good players. So no, we're worse than them. We're in the mud. Sorry.
Oh, you're right. I will agree with you. We are. Even though they're in a worse position than us, it doesn't mean that we're not a worse team. Variation number 2. Babastavo is trying to cash out this year because he's leaving. That's variation number 2. So he's saying, fuck it, I don't want this shit anymore. So I'm going to cut my losses as much as possible. And at the end of the year, I'm going to sell out. Maybe a sellout is done already. We wouldn't know. And then we have the 3rd variation. The 3rd variation is that το σωματείο μάχεται να τη βγάλει μούχτη. Either they want Babastavo to leave. They may have found a new BNBD, a new sponsor. That's it. And they want, in their way, to force Babastavo on a sellout so that he can leave. Or there are other forces behind that. Εγώ πάντως να πω έναν πράγμα. Αν δεν ήμουν Πέτρος και λαλούσα με Παπασταύρου και βάλα τα λεφτά μου σε μια ομάδα, δεν θα δέχομαι το σωματείο της ομάδας να θέλει να φάω πόσα λεφτά να φάω, να στήσω την ομάδα, να την ξεχρεώσω, να τους κάνω γήπεδο, να τους κάνω και στα 10 χρόνια να έρθουν να μου δώσουν μια μπλακετούα. Thank you very much for your offer. Bye bye. That's a donation. That's not business. And Babastavo is a businessman. So these are my 3 variations.
I don't know. Let's get the other Pedro on. Pedro. ¿Dónde está?
Hello, guys.
Καλησπέρα.
Γεια σου, Πέτρο μου. Χάρηκα.
Επίσης, φίλε.
I have one question, guys. For how much did we sell Bruno? If anybody knows. At least I want to know if it's worth it, at least.
I'm guessing 750,000. I'm guessing.
Wow.
From what I hear, it's around.
1.4?
Don't forget,
1.4.
it's 750 plus δικαιώματα που whatever ο Μίλος να πάνε Ευρώπη, παιχνίδια, playoffs, cups, the put καυλωμένοι and whatever shit that is.
Pedro, there's a comment here. Mate, we got paid. He hasn't been playing the last couple of games, and plus his price for me is inflated. You talk about Bruno. Sell him, get 2 decent players, a defender. Okay, sell him. Okay, we did. Get 2 decent players. Who?
We didn't.
A defender and a striker. Well, we got the striker. They call him Adentro. Like I can't get excited about this shit, bruv. I can't.
Φίλε μου, Παντελή μου, τούτον που λαλείς τώρα, εν τούτον που έκαμε η Πάφος. Επούλησαν το Σεμέδο και τα λεφτά που έπιαν το Σεμέδο έπιαν άλλον παίχτη. Και δεν μόνο έναν παίχτη που έπιαν. Επομένως, τούτον που είπες ότι πρέπει να κάνει Ομόνια, ήδη έκαμε το η Πάφος. Επούλησε το Σεμέδο με καλά λεφτά και έδωκε κάποια από τα λεφτά για να πιάει τον Μπρούνο, γιατί εντιαμέ που ήταν η τέταρτη προσφορά της Πάφου, ήταν μετά που επούλησε το Σεμέδο. Και πιάσε, which other player did they sign still? Η Πάφος.
They signed the goalkeeper, the 2 million
The goalkeeper, ναι.
The third choice Croatian national team goalkeeper, by the way.
Ναι.
A team that got to a nation that got to the World Cup semi-finals twice. Yeah. They don't produce shit players, bruv. They don't fuck about.
They don't. Επομένως, Παντελή μου, συμφωνώ μαζί σου. Ναι, έκαμε το υπάβος του το πράγμα. Επούλησε το Σεμέδο και έπιανε τα λεφτά και έπιανε πιο πολλά καλούς παίχτες. Fuck my life, how difficult can it be for oMEMEia to fucking do this shit? I'm fuming, man. I'm fucking fuming.
This is why I wish you had your camera on. Fucking hell.
If they sold him for if they sold Bruno for 750, that's a joke. If they sold him, δεν ξέρω ποιος έβαλε το μήνυμα, 1.4 million, that's okay. But for 750, if they sold Bruno, our best player, let's say,
that's a joke. Τα λεφτά που πια μέτρο μου είναι 750. Το 1,4 με τα μπόνους για την Ευρώπη και το ένα και το άλλο. Έτσι να μισή fucking cash. 750 έπιανε της Ομόνοιας στο χέρι. Που για μέσα πέρα για να συμπληρωθούν τα ανάμιση για τις Ευρώπες και μπορεί να παίξει και θα βάλει γκολ και ανοίγει. Άντε, fucking, να μην πω.
Bro, put it this way, right? When we signed Bruno, I had a feeling the plan was to sell him on, right? And I didn't anticipate him leaving so soon, right? But maybe they felt that they wouldn't be able to get a higher fee for him in the summer. Maybe they sold him to Buffalo to try and stop Upperwell from winning the title. You never know, man. Like, that's the other thing. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. And Gosta put a comment here. You don't sell your best player to compete in team in the league. We're not competing though, Gosta.
We're trying to stay 5th or 6th.
we're competing for 5th, 6th and 7th.
So τώρα είμαστε έξω και από κύπελλο πριν αρκέψουμε δηλαδή.
I'm not saying anything about that. I'm not saying anything about that.
Ένα πω εγώ ρε φίλε. Ένα πω εγώ που με κοφτεί. Ό,τι θέλει να πει ο καθένας. Από ελίστες σήμερα, που την ώρα που έγινε η κλήρωση και έπαιζε Ομόνοια από επεδάλαμε που τα μηνύματα πανηγυρίζουν ρε φίλε. Ξέρεις τι πανηγυρίζουν.
Είμαστε πιο εύκολη κλήρωση.
Θέλουν να μας δώκουν μες στα μανά.
Και να μας δώκουν.
Θέλουν να μας δώκουν μες στα μανά. Τούτο που θέλουν να κάνουν.
Ένα μας δώκουν. Ξέρουμε το.
Ήρθαν άλλοι φίλοι μου ομονιάτες, δεν θα πω ονόματα, να το δουν τούτο το podcast και ύστερα να με ξετοιμάζουν, αλλά είναι και κοφτεί μες στα αρχίδια μου. Πάλι παρές μου είναι, πάλι να ξετοιμάζουμε, δεν έχει πρόβλημα. Και λέω μου, και τώρα να αντισταθούμε και το ΑΠΟΕΛ μπορεί να φυλάξει παίχτες γιατί να σκεφτεί ο πρόεδρος. Ρε, λέω, είμαστε να χάπαρει γάμο το στάνιο μου μέσα. Με ποιον είναι να φυλάξει παίχτες, ρε. Με το παραλίμνη, οξά με τη δόξα. Εντζίνους που έχουν να παίξουν για πρωτάθλημα. Πέτε μου πότε έκαμε σπαγκάτο το παραλίμνη και η δόξα και για να μην και πόντους στο ΑΠΟΕΛ. Για όνομα του Θεού. Να περάσουν όπως το τρένο που πάνω τους ρε. Και να μας έβρουν εμάς ύστερα ρε. Και μετά να μας φτύνουν εμάς και να μην να κάνουμε. Δεν πειράζει. Αντισταθήκαμε για την ομάδα. Αρχίσκια.
Όχι, να πούμε ότι λαλούμε πάντα του χρόνου.
Το καλό είναι να σκέψουμε 2 ώρα τα μπάνια φέτος. Άμα να μου πεκκέμουν καμί καλό καλοκαίρι.
Εμένα πιάμε ο ανιψιός μου που είναι από η λίστας, πρώτος μου ανιψιός. Λαλή μου ευτυχώς που παίζαμε μαζί σας γιατί προκριθήκαμε πριν αρκεψούμε λαλή μου. Λαλή μου ξέρω το ρε ανιψί λαλού. Ξέρω το. Είχες την πιο εύκολη κλήρωση.
I shouldn't be laughing, but I've never heard you angry before. So this for me is hilarious. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at, well, I am laughing at you, but
You're not laughing at me, you're laughing with me.
I'm sorry, you got me when you were banging the table. That got me. That's how I know you're pissed off. But see, this is the thing, yeah. I'm laughing.
It takes a lot for me to get into this position. It takes a fucking hell of a lot.
Bro, do you know what? I agree. As I said, this is the first time in the 2-3 years I've known you. It's the first time I've seen you angry. And the thing is, for me, I'm beyond the anger stage now. I'm beyond it. It's like today, forget what happened this morning with the emails, just seeing us sign this player. And I know people saying, I'll give him a chance. I'm not going to give him a chance because I've got people who know the guy inside out, what he's like as a player. Dynamo Kiev fans messaging me, telling me that he's fucking shit and they're glad to see him go.
Like I said, I don't want to talk about the new player. There's nothing to be said about it. I'm not going to talk anything about it.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. Good on him.
Of course. Good on him.
Yeah, good on him. Our team has to decide. Do they fucking want to have a team that will produce money? Or do they want to make a team that will make championships? This is what they have to fucking decide. If you want to be a team that produces players to sell them on and make money, good, do that. If you want to be a team that wants to beat everyone and win championships and go to European stages and the groups and whatever, fine, do that. Αλλά να μου λαλείς, ναι, η Ομόνοια πρέπει πάντα να είναι πρωταθλήτρια, and then you give me this fucking shit.
Εγώ δεν ξέρω τίποτε για τον παίχτη που πιάσαμε, δεν έχω ιδέα.
Καλύτερα από ό,τι ξέρεις.
Ένα άλλο που θέλω να πω, ρε Πέτρο μου, ένα άλλο πράγμα που θέλω να πω. Για μένα το πρόβλημα μας δεν είναι ο επιθετικός. Δηλαδή, το πρόβλημα μας δεν ήταν ούτε ο Μάταβς, ούτε ο Τσέποβιτς, ούτε ο Ντούριτς. Κανένας τους δεν ήταν πρόβλημα. Το πρόβλημα ήταν ότι δεν έκαναμε ευκαιρίες για να μπορέσαν τούτοι επιθετικοί να σκοράρουν. Πόσες ευκαιρίες είχε ο Μάταβς, πόσες ευκαιρίες είχε ο Τσέποβιτς, ο Ντούριτς. Είχαν ευκαιρίες, δεν τροφοδοτήθηκαν σωστά για να πεις σε ένα παιχνίδι κάμαμε 5 ευκαιρίες, έχασαν τις 4. Οι άνθρωποι δεν καλοί που έκαναν ευκαιρίες, βούρουσαν δεξιά, αριστερά, να μαρκάρουν, να προσπαθήσουν να μπουν μες στο παιχνίδι. Μα τούτο είναι η δουλειά του επιθετικού. Το επιθετικό πρέπει να το...
Οι επιθετικοί μας που ήταν πέρσι, δεν να μιλήσω για το Μάτας ξανά, τα μισά παιχνίδια που παίξει ο άνθρωπος, έπαιζαμε με 10 παίχτες. Και έφτανε ο Μάτας ύστερα.
Ναι, για μένα ο Μάτας δεν φταίει πούποτε και το κοπελούγιο γνώρισα τον. Είναι ένα χρυσό παιδί, ο Μάτας. Αλλά όπως και να είναι, ένα άλλο το θέμα, δηλαδή, αν η ομάδα δεν κάνει create chances, πώς είναι ο επιθετικός να σου δείξει ότι είναι καλός. Ο Τσέποβιτς την πρώτη χρονιά που ήρθε, όταν κάναμε chances, ο Τσέποβιτς έβαλε τη μαπά στα δίχτυα. Τη δεύτερη σεζόν, αφού ο άνθρωπος δεν τροφοδοτήθηκε, είναι τέλος να σου βάλει τη μαπά στα δίχτυα και διώξαμε το. Το ίδιο με τον Ντούριτς, τον ίδιο και με τον Μάταβς. Και οι τρεις ήταν παιχταράς. Αλλά από τη στιγμή που κάνεις ευκαιρίες, δεν να σου βάλουν την μπάλα μες στα δίχτυα. Και σκαρτάραμε τους. Τούτον τώρα, τι τον έφεραμε δηλαδή. Εν καλύτερος που τους που κιόξαμε. Εν και ξέρω, ότι μεταγραφή είναι τώρα την άκουσα που τη λαλείτε εσείς. Εν και άκουσα ότι είχα μεταγραφή. Αλλά όπως μου λαλείτε ότι είναι ένα δέντρο, ένα μπαλούτσι που στέγε μες στο γήπεδο, απόιο. Και απ' τα μισά του, τι έχω πρόβλημα. Θα σταθώ εγώ μες στο γήπεδο.
Well, listen, if we have a dendro in the Ibedo, at least the Ambelobulya can come flying back and then we can do some hunting. Yeah, that's illegal.
Αγία μου και εμείς τα κότσινο χόρκα ρε Πέτρον κάτι που τούτα κάνουμε τα.
Oh man. Oh man.
Ξέρω ρε. Πρέπει να το χωνέψουμε ρε guys ότι φέτος δεν θα πάμε ούτε Ευρώπη. Πρωτάθλημα κύπελλο εννοείται. θα πάμε Ευρώπη, θα το χωνεύσουμε. Όχι πως πιστεύω ότι να κάνουν κάτι καλύτερο του χρόνου, αλλά θέλω να ελπίζω. Χωρίς να το πιστεύω όμως.
This Sunday when I went to the game and I was with my friends, they told me that they were telling me it's the first time they saw me like this, and they want Petros from Manchester to come back. I can't. Τούτη η γαμημένη ομάδα δεν με αφήνει να έρθω πίσω. Νομίζω, αρέσκει μου εμένα να ευρεάζω ought to be negative about Omonoia. Ρε δαμε, τον καιρό που ήμασταν τέλεια κομμάτια και αμπάκυροι και μαυρογέριμοι, έφυγε να πας στα κάγκελα και φώναζα να πάμε να τους γαμίσουμε νουλούς και το από έτσι ανώστοσιν και γάμισέ τα. Και να με τώρα έτσι, έτσι γίνεται ρε φίλε. Fucking hell ρε. The good thing, you're not going to be demonetized because the 3 minutes passed before I started.
Και να μου λένε οι φίλοι μου τη σειρά γενιά, ή που θα στα λαλούσαμε ότι να σας πουλήσει ο Παπασταύρου, ή και κάνετε Παναήρκα. Τραβάτε τώρα λαλί μου.
Πέτρο μου, εγώ εν πριν. Εγώ δεν ξέρω ποιος είναι που φταίει. Αν δεν είναι ο Παπασταύρου που φταίει, αν δεν είναι το σωματιό που φταίει.
Εντάξει, σίγουρα δεν το ξέρεις.
Ποιον δεν ξέρω. Δεν είμαι εκεί μέσα για να ξέρω.
Ναι, εντάξει.
Συνεδριάζεις τους για να ακούσω τι είπε ο ένας και τι είπε ο άλλος.
Οι κασίες κάνουμε τώρα, εντάξει,
σίγουρα. Οι κασίες κάνουμε και επειδή ξέρεις ότι οι Κυπραίοι είμαστε και τα τσίσες, κάνουμε τα τσιλίκια. Ένας και ο Αμερικάνος να μου πει τώρα εμένα να μου να κάνω. Όχι, όλα να τσιμπήσουμε τον Αμερικάνο και να πάνε να κάνουμε τα δικά μας ύστερα. Μα ο Αμερικάνος είναι και ο μπαλαβός.
I feel like Cabby Lane.
Εμείς οι Ομονοιάτες είμαστε χειρότεροι οπαδοί. Εμείς οι Ομονοιάτες είμαστε χειρότεροι οπαδοί. Και οι καλύτεροι. Μπορούμε να τους κατεστρέψουμε όλους με κάτι κουβέντες, με κάτι λόγια και αν θέλουμε να τους κάνουμε και πάνω εκεί. Δηλαδή, ό,τι μας δείξουν δηλαδή. Δεν ξέρω ούτε εγώ να μου να πω.
Ο Ρόι τώρα ακούει μας. Είμαι σίγουρος, βλέπει μας.
Γεια σου Ρόι.
Ρόι, αύριο που να πάεις ρε φίλε σε Total Green, γιατί έχεις και εμενικούς που νομίζουν, φίλους που νομίζουν πως είναι δικό σου το Total Green και ότι θέλεις κάνεις και φτιάζεις και μέσα και πιάνεις τους τα κανονικά. Εσύ που τους τα πιάνεις κανονικά ρε Ρόι, πέτως ρε φίλε να μας πούν και εμάς τους στόχους, τους καημένους, τους απλούς ομονιάτες. Τι πια όλο μαύρο θέλουν. Θέλουν να βγάλουν ριάγια, όξα θέλουν να πιάνουν πρωτάθλημα. Να μας πούν κοπέγια, εμείς θέλουμε να βγάλουμε ριάγια. Οκ, μπράβο, that's it, finish.
Πέτρο μου, γιατί, sorry πως σε διακόπτω ρε φίλε, αλλά δεν που περιμένεις να πούν. Θα με έφτιον τώρα που λούζεις το Total Green και για 2 ώρες. Εν έφταιν πούποτε, έκαναν τα όλη τη δουλειά τους σωστά και δεν φταίει κανένας πούποτε, έκαναν τα τέλεια. Και να σου πούν τώρα τα που θέλουν. Να σου πούν η δουλειά μας εν τούτη, κάνουμε την έτσι, οι ώρες μας εν τούτες, η ώρα 12 πάμε για μεσομέρι να φάμε. Και να σου πούν κάτι. Αφού έτσι ακούσα τον να πει στο Total Green ότι έκανα λάθος, κατάλαβα το λάθος μου, θα το ξανακάμω και να το δείτε. Όχι, έκανα το τζίνο, έφεραμε τον Λοβέρα, ο άλλος έκαμισε η γυναίκα του άλλου. Δεν είπε μας κάτι την ημέρα στο Total Green, ούτε που άτσε να πάει να μας πούν κάτι. Ένας που προσπαθούμε για το καλό, κάνετε υπομονή και το έναν και το άλλο. Αλλαγή. Δεν πρόκειται να πιστέψω εγώ σε κανέναν τι να πει.
Γιώργο, deleted το σχόλιο σου.
Still τα email που έστειλες, did anybody give you an answer or anything?
I can't repeat. I can't say anything.
All right, I understand.
I want to. Well, I can't. But it's like I said at the beginning. As much as in an ideal world, we can bombard the sponsors and tell them to get out of the club, but heads are going to roll at the club, and it's not fair on the people who because the wrong people are going to suffer. It's like a war. No one wins in a war. There's only casualties. You know, we could turn around and say, email the sponsors, boycott, don't go to the games, cancel your season tickets, don't use a privilege card. But the only people that are going to suffer are the people working in the club and the supporters. Like, because the club's going to go under. The guy that owns the club, he doesn't give a fuck. He wipes his ass with 50 euros. He don't care. He don't care. So, you know, at the end of the day, what can we do? Our hands are literally tied, Philae. They're tied. And there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. If we want the club to survive, we need to keep buying the merchandise. We need to keep going to games. We need to do this. There's nothing we can do.
Fuck no.
We're held hostage because the money that's coming in from the commercial revenue, that's going to the wages and that kind of stuff. That's it. That's keeping the club going. Dude, does he don't care? Don't care.
Εγώ για να πάω ένα παιχνίδι της Ομόνοιας θέλω 50 ευρώ κάθε εβδομάδα. Να φύγω από κοτσινοχώρκα. Να φύγω από τα κοτσινοχώρκα. Να φύγω να πάω Λευκοσία. Αγοράσω εισιτήριο. Να πιάτσω του γιού μου τίποτε να πιει, να φάει εγώ το ίδιο. Τα 50 ευρώ. Θα πάνε να γαμηθούν. Τα ξέρω, τα φυλάω.
So it's just it's a double-edged sword. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It's like I said, you know, you can protest about Liverpool, Man United, Real Madrid. The fans can do that, but it's just a drop in the ocean compared to the size of the club. Whereas Omonoia, small club, small fan base. The club relies on the fan base and the sponsors to pump money into the club so that the club can go on. If you cut all of that out, you're finished. I mean, look at Aris, for example. They get 1,000, 2,000 fans, if that, every game. But they've got an owner that can back the club. Yeah, they can pay for all the wages. They can pay for a marketing team, this and that. He doesn't care. Like, he'll throw that money in because he wants the club to progress. But Emiz, I've run out of things to say about the situation. I don't want to keep repeating myself. But I just fear for the manager because I don't think he realized the situation when he took the job. I still don't think he fully realizes what's going on. Look, people could talk about his CV and talk about his achievements, but this guy was coaching in Belgium and clubs get things right out there majority of the time. And if he's looking at this club and seeing how it's run like an amateur organization, you know, and the fact is, he's the one that's going to get the chop first, isn't he? He's the one that's going to go. He's the one that's going to suffer. And I don't think it's right because, you know, I was messaging a lad today on Instagram and I said to him, look, I was gutted when Henningberg left, but if Yannick goes, I'm going to be even more, I'm going to feel a lot more down about this because I like this coach. I like his philosophy, his outlook. Yeah. You know, what you're doing, you're giving him a uniform, a soldier's uniform, and you're saying, right, go into war, but here's a dildo, a marzipan dildo as well, and you got to kill everyone with this. You're not giving him guns, you're not giving him cannons, you're not giving him fucking grenades, nothing. You're giving him a marzipan dildo, and you're saying, yeah, you got to beat your... That's what you're doing.
The difference I have seen with Ferreira that the players are trying, you know, they are fighting. You know, they're not like the way we learn or not give a fuck. Προσπαθούν, παλεύκουν. Μπορεί να μην τους καίνει το παιχνίδι, μπορεί να μην παίζουν ωραία, να μην παίζουν σωστά, αλλά τουλάχιστον βλέπω ότι προσπαθούν. They're trying, at least.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I can say. And Ferreira, he's trying. But whatever they give him, he's gonna fight, like you said. Ό,τι του δώσουν.
Philae, look, we signed Tajiri Shradi. He hasn't even played the game yet. I understand, you know, the match fitness and everything, but he comes to the club I don't know who scouted him.
Τώρα πολλούζεις, the scouting. Τώρα πολλούζεις.
I don't know if the manager wanted. I don't know, but he has 4 or 5 training sessions and he gets injured again. So what is there to say, man? What is there to say? It's just, you know, it's worse than last season. It's 5-10 times worse than last season. This time last season, because we were talking about transfers this time last season, and it was like, well, we need players to come in. Lovera came in, Matavs came in. All right, we calmed down a little bit, but you know, if we signed the striker that you knew of, had a decent pedigree and was scoring goals, you can understand. But we signed this guy, and it's like, I look at all the comments on social media, and you know, maybe it's not fair to go by what people say on social media, but the stats for this are terrible. I mean, I hate looking at stats. I hate it.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't care about stats. I don't care.
I agree.
I know only that one forward player to score, the number 10 and the 2 wingers must always give the ball inside the box to your forward. That's the only way he can score. If your number 10 and your wingers don't deliver the ball in the box, he won't score. It's very simple.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think it's gone from bad to worse.
And for me, I don't think we have problems. We have good players in every position. Okay, maybe we need one winger, one center back, but we have good players. You can't say the σκάτα. No, είναι καλοί παίχτες μας. Το κέντρο μας είναι πολλά καλό. Τα μπακ μας είναι πολλά καλά. Έχουμε παίχτες. Αλλά δεν ξέρω γιατί τούτο χάλι. Δεν μπορώ να καταλάβω. And we can't compare with other teams. I can't say they have better players than us. But they have a better team.
Bro, keep talking. I need to get the door. Get a tie.
Okay.
Πέτρο, πού είσαι?
Θα με είμαι, ρε φίλε.
Αν είπα κάτι που διαφωνείς, πέ μου το, ρε.
Όχι, ρε φίλε, δεν είπες κάτι που να διαφωνώ. Απλά, να σου πω κάτι. Ένα πω ξανά εκείνο που είπα πριν. Πρέπει να αποφασίσουν τι θέλουν να κάνουν. Αν θέλουν να είμαστε ομάδα που να πιάνει πρωταθλήματα και να πρωταγωνιστεί κάθε χρόνο, τότε πρέπει να φέρεις τους δυνατούς τους παίχτες, τους δυνατούς τους προπονητές. Τώρα δεν μιλώ ότι έχω πρόβλημα με το Φερέρα. Απλώς τι χρειάζεται για να πιάσεις πρωτάθλημα και να παίξεις ομίλους. Θέλεις καλούς παίχτες, θέλεις αποδεδειγμένο προπονητή και να προσπαθήσεις να παίξεις πιο καλύτερο. Τούτη είναι μια ομάδα που μπορείς να στήσεις. Η δεύτερη ομάδα που μπορείς να στήσεις, αν θέλεις, εκείνη που είναι να κάνει πόλεμο για μια δεύτερη, τρίτη, τέταρτη θέση, να κουτσίσει κανέναν κυπελούι και να βγάλει 2-3 παίχτες το χρόνο που να μπορεί να πολλά τουλάχιστον τους 2 και να βγάλει και 2 εκατομμύρια από τους 2 τους παίχτες που είναι να πουλήσει. Αν θέλεις να κάνεις έτσι ομάδα, δεν θέλεις κάτι παραπάνω που Γιάννη Φερέρα, δεν θέλεις κάτι παραπάνω που Ζωφρόνιν Αυγουστή, γιατί δεν θα πιέ ποτέ πρωτάθλημα εκείνος, δεν θέλεις κάτι παραπάνω που πολλούς προπονητές που έχουμε στην Κύπρο.
Σαν αφήναν τον Λένον καλό, αν θέλω να κάνουν έτσι, σαν αφήναν τον Λένον καλό.
Ωραία φίλε, ο Λένον δεν ήταν παίχτης ούτε για την εξάδα, έτσι όπως έκαναν τα πράγματα, για άλλους λόγους. Ενώ να μην τα αναλύουμε εκείνα. Μιλούμε το έστω να είναι και normal ανθρώποι, όχι αμπάλατοι. Να μην προχωρήσω παρακάτω. Μιλούμε για normal ανθρώπους. Όπως το Γιάννη Φερέρα, ένας normal άνθρωπος. Ένας normal άνθρωπος. Όχι αμένει οι δυνάμεις του, να σου τσιμπήσει έναν κύπελλοι. Να σου έχει την ομάδα σου για να πολεμά δεύτερη, τρίτη, τέταρτη θέση. Να σε πάρει Ευρώπη. Να μπει και κανέναν όμιλο, κανέναν Europa, να πιέσεις και άλλα λεφτά που είχαμε. Θα πιέσεις πρωτάθλημα όμως. Θέλεις να πιέσεις πρωτάθλημα, θέλεις μια εντεκάδα με αρχίδια όπως του ελεφαντά. Έτσι πρέπει φίλε μου. Και εκτός που την εντεκάδα με αρχίδια όπως του ελεφαντά, πρέπει να έχεις προπονητή που να έχει αρχίδια 4 φορές όπως του ελεφάντα. That's it. Simple.
Εγώ δεν ξέρω, δεν έχω πρόβλημα με τον Φέρερα, ούτε από τους παίκτες που έχει η ομάδα. Δεν μπορώ να πω ότι δεν έχουμε καλούς παίκτες ή δεν προσπαθούν ή...
Φίλε,
απλώς...
δεν ότι δεν έχουμε καλούς παίκτες, αλλά δεν έχουμε τους παίκτες που να πιάνουν πρωτάθλημα. That's it. Απλό. Έτσι δεν μπορείς να κακεί.
Τα είχα νοήσει οι παίκτες μας είναι για πρωταθλητισμό νοείς.
Σε σύγκριση με τους παίκτες που έχουν οι άλλες ομάδες. Γιατί πολλοί από τους παίκτες έπιαν μας πρωτάθλημα. Αλλά οι άλλες ομάδες δεν είχαν την ομάδα που είχαμε. Τώρα γύρισε. Έχουν οι άλλες ομάδες τους παίκτες και δεν έχουμε εμείς τους παίκτες να τους αντιμετωπίσουμε. Είναι απλό.
Και περιπέζαμε τα που έλεγες. Και ας ο αγοράς σου.
Anyway, I think we need to wrap it up there because I don't know what else to say, man.
Nobody knows what to say. Nobody knows what to say. We're just talking now. Nobody knows what to say. It's not going to make any difference. Nobody's going to listen to us. Στα αρχίδια τους δηλαδή ό,τι και αν πούμε εμείς. Εμείς κάνουμε τον πόνο μας μεταξύ μας. Καλή υγεία, να μου να πεις. Ωραίος.
Work out! Συμφωνώ με τον Σαβίτσον εγώ. Work go home.
Oh, Jesus. You know.
Όπως το λέει ο Κώστας.
We got a new signing, yeah. We've got the 2 signings here, this one and this one. And they'll probably do better on the pitch than the new guy, but anyway, I'm not going to go into that. Anyway, boys, thank you very much. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Pedro.
Next time we will talk again.
About what I said, though.
Sorry?
You didn't comment on anything that I've said.
Well, I was too busy laughing at you smashing the table. I'm not going to lie to you.
I can't smash anything because I'm at work.
Fucking hell, I did.
Anyway, guys. Καλή νύχτα, γεια σας.
Καλή νύχτα, man. Take care, man.
Γεια σου, Πέτρο μου.
Bye bye, Pedro.
Bye bye, guys.
Ade, φίλε. Have a good night. We'll speak soon.
Yeah.
Ade, take care. Bye bye. Bye bye. And then there was one. I don't know if this video is going to get taken down by YouTube, but as I said on numerous occasions, boys and girls, Brasines lives matter.
Wake up and thank the Lord before I hit the curb. Yes. Shit could have been worse, I could have got a bird. Yes. You ain't ever got a bird and got straight to work. Never. I didn't have a silver spoon, I had to make it work. Mummy raised 4 kids and she still made it work. That's why before I cop a house, she gotta get it first. Fact. I didn't wanna listen, so I had to learn. Fact. The ops didn't wanna listen, so they had to learn. Fatty out from Sweden, head it was amazing. Groupie hoe from London, she did this like my pagan. Bustin' on my wrist though, just to make a statement. All of this water, I ain't feeling dehydrated. Never. It used to be a Peugeot, now I'm in a spaceship. He made a little 50, now he's complacent. I get insulted when they're telling me I'm winning. Cause I ain't where I wanna be, this is the beginning.